Ansar Mahmoud was trying to get a lot of beautiful pictures of himself with backdrops of mountains and other gorgeous scenes in Columbia County because he wanted to send these pictures back to Pakistan. Ansar's sisters had always said to him, well, America's not as beautiful as Pakistan. So he wanted to send them pictures of himself here to say, look, see, it is really beautiful here. When he came up here, he saw there were a couple of Department of Public Works people working up here. And so he asked one of them, will you take my picture with the Catskills behind me? And the guy said, sure. Meanwhile, his partner, who he was working with, called the police and said that he thought this was a terrorist that was scoping out the water treatment plant. It was clear he was not a terrorist in any way, and the FBI cleared him completely, but the immigration people went after him and found that he had helped two of his friends from Pakistan who were not documented, and so they accused him of harboring illegal immigrants. He was therefore taken to prison, and after 2.5 years of fighting a deportation, he was finally deported. That was a real loss there. I mean, he really believed, you know, in the American dream, you know.
As you know, we used to live in the city, and while we were over there, the conditions were bad, you know, weren't doing good at school. And my dad heard about this place called Hudson from a relative of ours that lives here. It's a small town in upstate area in New York State, which is a very, I don't know how to say it. It was a very quiet town from the beginning, but once I got to know it, it was a very nice place. The people are nice. Well, it depends where you go, but the people are nice. I think that's how it's everywhere.
In the 80s, the city proposed a 22-acre oil refinery on the site of which is now the waterfront park. It scared me because looking out my view is where the oil refinery would be, and a group of us decided that it probably wasn't a good idea to have something like that here. We joined, we fought. We ultimately, 3 or 4 years later, beat the plan. For years, I think it was a situation where, with especially heavy industrial manufacturing and those kinds of things, that you could come into a small town, there are a bunch of hicks up there, you know, we'll just bowl them over and have our way, and that doesn't happen anymore. I think people are a lot more educated to all of those things that create a quality of life, and anything that's going to destroy a quality of life ain't going to happen.
Let's go, guys, tonight. Let's
go. So one day, I seen a couple kids fishing there. They're all white kids and stuff, like on the ramp, and they were fishing there for a while. We were playing soccer. They fished, they left after like a couple hours. So the next day we decided not to play soccer. It was a while back, and we decided to go fishing. So I was the only one that went next to that boat. I was fishing there. Next thing I know, like in 10 minutes, every single cop car in Hudson was here.
It didn't even give us a warning, man.
Yeah.
They could just tell us.
They were just here. They were here.
They called the cops. Wow.
Every single, so basically, I guess it was a private place, so I understand that they needed to keep it safe, but they could have asked us to leave or whatever. And like, they didn't ask the other kids or anything. It just, when we were there, the first thing we know is there's cops. Like, every one of them, you know. I thought that would just beat us.
I'm coming 1997, I think so. One of them, my relative work in the Puffin factory, MC. He says, oh, I can give a job, your wife and you, and the factory, so you can get a better life and quiet life. Puffin factory it is a nice company. A lot of people employed. That's more than 50% was a Bangladesh community. And they was paying decent pay scale. It is tragedy that that factory go to the overseas, China or somewhere. Like economically, Hudson is going to the bad now, and a lot of company was gone. The Puffin factory, LMB, gas, and another 2-3 different company gone.
This town has changed so much over the years. This town sucks now.
We are in the riverfront park. We come here almost about every day, and it's not very far from our houses, so it's a nice place. Soccer is awesome.
You don't have to think.
Yeah, you just play.
Actually, don't make it look dumb, please.
I love it. The view, first of all, plus a lot of people comes over here, all the kids comes over here to play. If you go to any other place, it's going to be too far for them, or they don't get the motivation. Here you see other families comes around. They can see what their son's doing. And of course, the view is awesome. And I like it too, so most of the time we come over here to play.
Having open space and having public access to water, to just an open field for kids to play soccer on. It gets them off the front porch. It gets them hopefully out of troublemaking situations. And just to get out and let kids be kids and let adults relax from all the crap that they have to deal with all the time. It's pretty important.
We've been playing soccer in the waterfront area for about 6 years now. One day, I guess, we were just playing as we did regularly. We all just showed up with our soccer balls to the park. And out of actually nowhere, randomly, a police officer came and told us we cannot play at the waterfront park. He did not, first of all, tell us why we could not play. At the beginning, he just told us we can't because the mayor said so, and that's about it. That was pretty sad. That was very saddening. Yeah, they most likely didn't like it the way we enjoyed our free time and how we have an open field and one can come and join. Everyone was having fun. We all, I guess, can see a person from a different view until we know him. I guess he took it like that. We were just some outsiders.
We went to mayor office, me and group of other players that plays soccer, and we went to the mayor office and said that, we are the view over there, we are the one who was bringing these families out in the waterfront, it's not that we try to take over the space, it's just like, whoever comes, they can share. If there's something going on, they can use it, we'll move out. But if it's not, we like to play there. The mayor okayed it, and it's been nice since then. So it was quite interesting, going to the mayor office for a soccer field, yeah.
I can say that the racism is still out there, and that's what as in I and the other people that are like me, have to face actually almost every day of their lives. Nowadays, I can say it's gotten quieter a little bit, During my high school years, it was everywhere. I guess the public did not know where we come from or what our backgrounds were. From my point of view, they're being educated little by little on other people's life, I guess, because nowadays it has gone down a little, but it's still out there, but it's not as much.
The two single most complaints I get about the waterfront is the dogs running loose, doing their thing, and soccer playing. Earlier this year, again, the grass was saturated, and yet these guys continued to play down there to the point where we ordered DPW to go down there and put up signs.
These are young people that have nothing to do. I'm all for any sport that is going to enhance them, develop them, keep them out of trouble. Because if we don't find no place, no effective places for these young people to go, we're going to be dealing with them in the court system. Then we're going to be really having some problems. So I'm in agreement with it. When it comes to young people, we need to do anything we need to do to make sure they have a place to go.
I also want to remind everybody that we're not really demanding exclusivity from the park, you know. And we definitely understand if there's an event that we don't want to play there. But the thing is, our alternatives are very full.
Our calendar is full, and it's going to get even fuller each year with events going on down there. And I don't know if you can coexist. And the people that do go down there for the events just to sit there and relax don't want to be bothered with the soccer players. People want to get married down there. People want to have events down there during the week. And I just have a problem with the fact that these events, these soccer playing is going on at the same time that people want to sit there and relax and enjoy a passive.
But how do you decide which group's going to take precedence? You mentioned somebody might want to do a wedding, or somebody might want to play football. And it sounds like you're saying we shouldn't play soccer because of a hypothetical group that doesn't actually exist. So wedding...
The two most complaints I get is the people being invaded, if you will.
Okay, how many complaints are you getting? What are the complaints?
Well,
the nature
prior
of the
to June, when you guys were playing down there, and again last year, we got a lot of complaints.
So what are you talking about?
Can I see I'll write them down there. Every time I go down to the park, somebody walks up to me and says that they have problems with
And every time I go to the park, people are said, I love to see the soccer players there. Well, so how do you decide? How do you weigh them out?
You weigh it out by basically, to me, if you're bothering one person down there, that would be too many. That's the way I
don't like
There is no law, regulation, or rule that says you can't play soccer.
But there are signs up there. All right, so we went to the town court, the city hall, not the town court, the city hall the other day, and we spoke to them about the signs being put up here to keep off the grass and no soccer, etc., etc. And the next day, here we are, signs are gone, and we're playing soccer. It looks like it's almost an annual thing. We did this 2 years ago again, and the same thing. Signs are gone the next day, and we're playing again. Yay!
वक्त है खूबसूरत बड़ा शुभ लगन मुहूर्त देखो क्या खूब जची है दूल्हे की भोली सूरत दूल्हे की भोली सूरत खुशी से झूमे है मन मिला सजनी को साजन कैसे संजोग मिले हैं
So we're just wondering if you guys want to play soccer with us. We're playing there.
Oh, now wouldn't that be fun? I've got my cane. Can I?
You're all in for it.
Am I all set with that?
I'm sure that's better than my legs.
Oh dear.
It doesn't bother us.
No, it doesn't bother us.
That's just fine.
We'd probably
we were
watch
just
it if we're.
talking about that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, they heard about the signs that were up there.
Oh, you did?
Yes, we read it in the paper. So I'm glad to see the kids can play.
You saw the article from the other day?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they took the signs down, so now we're back.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, we wanted to check in with people because we heard there were complaints, but we wanted to see if people are complaining.
I don't know, might be somebody who, I don't know.
Well,
to us, it wouldn't bother us.
It wouldn't bother us.
Oh yes, we'll keep an eye on your game. That's good. Yes, you're welcome.